Morning coffee shops always have this strange scent, don't they, Eric? It's not exactly coffee, it's more like the smell of a new day beginning.
I love the way you talk. To me, that smell is like a gentle reminder. Wake up. The world is still waiting. Though honestly, I just want to wait 5 more minutes.
Your 5 minutes probably stretch out like winter in Arendelle. How do your mornings usually start?
They start with negotiating with the bed. I promise I'll work hard if it lets me sleep a little longer. But in the end, here I am, holding this cup of coffee.
So, the bed lost. I'm different. I wake up pretty early. Not because of discipline, but because my mind always wakes up before my body.
That sounds dangerous. If the mind wakes up too early, it might keep thinking all day without stopping.
Exactly. That's why I need quiet mornings. Just sitting here, listening to the espresso machine, the spoon clinking against the cup, those little sounds make me feel like everything is in its right place.
I've never really noticed those things. I only pay attention to whether today's coffee is bitter or more bitter than yesterday.
Coffee is always bitter. It's just our mood that changes how it tastes. Today, I guess you find it just right?
Yeah, probably because there's someone sitting across from me who makes the conversation so pleasant. The bitterness somehow becomes easier to drink.
Is your daily routine pretty regular? Or does it change every day?
I try to keep it regular, but life doesn't always cooperate. Some days flow smoothly. Others, I just want to fast forward through. But every morning, I drink coffee. It's like a decent hello to myself.
I love that idea. Every morning, I have a habit of asking myself one simple question. Does today have to be perfect?
And the answer?
Almost always, no. As long as I don't spill coffee on my clothes, it's fine.
My standard is even lower. Don't spill the coffee a second time in the day.
Just hearing that makes your daily life sound very human.
Prince or queen, mornings still mean facing coffee. The difference is just how we drink it.
And how we let the new day start slow or fast.
Today, I choose slow. Right here, in this coffee shop. With this conversation.
Me too. If every day had a morning like this, daily life would feel so much lighter.
I think the world would be lighter if everyone started the day with a cup of coffee and a conversation that doesn't need to rush.
Then today, we've started just right.
Elsa, I've always been curious. Besides the things you have to do every day, do you have any hobbies? I mean things you do just because you enjoy them, not out of duty.
Of course. I like very small things. For example, watching people choose their coffee. Some stand there forever, others order immediately, as if they decided the night before.
I'm the type who stands there forever. Not because I don't know what to get, but because I hope that staring at the menu a few more seconds might give me a new option in life.
I guessed as much. I always order the same thing. I like knowing exactly what's coming.
That's interesting. Someone with ice magic, who loves familiarity.
Familiarity makes me feel safe. My hobbies aren't loud. I like reading when it rains, folding blankets neatly, writing a few random thoughts, and never showing them to anyone.
So your hobbies are like a locked room, and only you have the key.
Exactly. Not because they're secrets, but because they're private. What about you? Do your hobbies need a key?
I'm the opposite. I like things I can touch. I enjoy fixing old stuff, cleaning things that have been forgotten. Seeing a wobbly table become steady again makes me strangely happy.
It sounds like you're fixing tired days, too.
Maybe. When I fix things, I don't have to talk much. I just focus. It's like giving my mind a short vacation.
I understand that feeling. When I read, I'm not reading to learn. I'm reading to escape for a little while, to get away from thoughts that keep repeating.
So, if you had a completely free day, no obligations, no one calling your name, what would you do first?
I'd come to this coffee shop earlier. Order the same drink as today, sit in this corner, and do nothing at all.
Sounds like a perfect plan. I'd walk around the harbor, then end up here anyway. Seems our hobbies meet at coffee in the end.
Maybe because coffee doesn't demand anything. It just waits until you're ready.
I like that. Hobbies don't have to be grand. They just need to make the day feel like it wasn't wasted.
Exactly. I think small hobbies are what keep us connected to ourselves.
And help us remember how to enjoy simple things.
Like a conversation with no specific purpose.
Yet somehow very memorable.
I think my best hobby today is sitting here talking with you.
Same for me. If hobbies can be repeated, I hope this one comes back tomorrow.
Then we've found a shared hobby.
Sitting with coffee, talking slowly, and letting time pass on its own.
Eric, have you noticed, when we're truly free, time moves more slowly?
I think it's not that time slows down, it's that we stop watching the clock. When no one's rushing us, every minute naturally feels longer.
I love moments like that. When there's no need to make big decisions. Just sitting here, letting the coffee cool a little, and not feeling like it's a waste.
I try to keep my coffee hot as long as possible. As if keeping it warm means holding on to the free time.
Sounds like you're holding on to time with the lid.
Maybe. Free time is rare for me, so when I have it, I treat it carefully.
I get that. When I'm free, I often jot down little random thoughts. Like, today the clouds are moving slowly, or coffee at this shop tastes better in the afternoon than the morning.
What are those thoughts for?
To remind me that I once noticed them. Not every day needs achievement, some days just need to remember that I lived.
When I'm free, I go for walks. No headphones, no plan. I walk until my feet get tired, then head back.
Aren't you afraid of getting lost?
If I get lost, even better. At least I'll have a story to tell, myself.
I think when people are truly free, they often fear being alone. But being alone the right way can be so comforting.
True. But today is different. Today I'm free, and I'm not alone.
And it doesn't feel noisy.
Because some people can be near you without tiring you out. Just sitting there is enough.
If every free moment were like this, I wouldn't be afraid of empty spaces in the day anymore.
I think being free isn't about doing nothing, it's about being able to choose to do something or not without feeling guilty.
Hearing you say that makes me feel so much lighter.
So, if tomorrow you have another free moment, what would you do?
I'd come back here. Maybe at the same time, maybe order the same thing, and hope you're still free.
If I'm not free, I'll try to make a little time.
That sounds very serious for a coffee shop date.
Because I think moments of freedom like this are worth keeping.
I think so too. No need for grand promises, just remembering that there was once a very peaceful afternoon.
At this coffee shop,
With a cup of coffee just bitter enough.
and a conversation that doesn't need to end in a hurry.
Then, let's let time stay a little longer.
Yeah, today, we're free, and that's enough.